Okay, so we're talking about the Ridhaya. This wing opening is how you want to feel by the time you're done. You want to be opening wings in every direction. It literally comes out of those two points in the back of your heart chakra. There are 4 points on which the hamsa wing is built. And it starts at the back of your heart chakra, it goes to your throat, back of your neck, and opens up like a wing. That's the hamsa. That's called the hamsa. That's why people who do Kriya Yoga are called hamsas, because you're trying to open that hamsa wing completely. It's like sometimes it's seen as a hooded serpent, but mostly we see it as a hamsa, as the opening of the full medulla oblongata here. This part, boom, opens up completely, and it opens from the heart chakra out, right? So when you see it, it's kind of like opening from every direction, that feeling. So you want to imagine that as you do this heart meditation, you expanding yourself in every direction. That's the feeling you want to get. So the whole reason to live from the heart is obvious, is to be fully human. We are so caught up in different chakras during the day that we don't get a chance to be completely still and human in our hearts, and yes, life is difficult. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's got difficulties. But if I can open my heart, then I live as fully as I can possibly live, because I see all the dualities and polarities for what they are. They are just tests and examinations going on all the time to keep reminding me that, no, this life is me. This life is my creation in my mind. This life is going to end one day. I must, in this moment, exist. If I don't exist fully in this moment, how can the next moment be any good for me? It's being here. When you practice heart meditation, you are not progressing towards anything. Does that make sense? You are literally stopping space and time and being in the heart. There is no achievement. There is no completion. There is no tomorrow. There is nowhere to go. It is here, now, I wake up. That means that if I always worry about tomorrow, or I always worry about the next thing that I'm going to have to face, I have completely missed this moment completely. This moment just went by, gone. And that's not, life should be about observing this moment. How do I feel right now? Where is the bliss? Where is my heart? Then I can worry about the mind and my body and the world and everything from that place. But if I don't have that observation of the here and now, I can't do anything in the world. I will always be dysfunctional. I'll always be in conflict. I'll always be fighting. I'll always be wanting something else. I'll always be looking for alternatives. I'll always be seeking escape. I'll always be looking for ways out, always, right? But if I'm in the bliss of this moment, think about how beautifully 1 hour just passed together. Did you think about anything during that 1 hour? Was it possible? All you could do was just think about what you're feeling. And the only way we can experience that moment is what is called Ananda, the bliss moment. That I am awake, I am alive, I am so full of bliss right now. I just want to explode, So this is that feeling I want to create, right? And we saw that the goddess has 3 bodies, right? Me, the Stula, Sukshma, the in-between energy body that I work with in the mind, and Para, which is the source body. But let us look at it a different way. Look at it as the feeling that you get when you start seeing the third eye opening, or you feel it. The Stula is the claim, the Ka. Anything to do with Ka is Stula. Ka means Kundalini, Kubjika, Kamakya, all the Kas. And Ka is sexuality, your desire to create, your inner urges to make things, the body wanting something, and then wanting enlightenment is also Ka. Ka e ilarim, Hasaka halarim, Saka larim. Three Kas we have. Ka is Kundalini, Ka is Kubjika, Ka is Kameshwari, the desire, sexual goddess. Ka is Kamakya, the mother of the womb. Ka is Ka. Everything is Ka. That's the Krama. Kali. Kali is Ka. Look at Kali. All the Kalis are there. This is why she is considered to be red. That we see that red ring around it. The second level is the Sukshma, is the Shri Vidya, the feeling of the golden light of Shri. Shri, the mother goddess giving us grace. Shri is that in-between Sukshma. Then I go to this vast void and I experienced Hrim, the Mahamaya, the great mother. I'm in the void, and that Hrim is the white light of exploding of Shiva and Shakti union in my head. And then when I get to the ultimate state, just before I dissolve into absolute nothingness, I am in Para, or the mother at the source. Aim. The sound is Aim. So it's Aim, Hrim, Shrim, Klim in that direction. See how it works? It's like it's how I go. This is the same as the Sri Yantra. If I go into the middle, I'm going towards Para. But this happens in the third eye when I meditate on Tara. This is what I see. This kind of feeling, you know. It's beautiful. And always when the grace of the mother comes in Sukshma, Lakshmi, Shrim, it comes as the golden light of dawn, you know, the beautiful Hiranya Varanam Harinim, the golden hued dew in sunrise. This is what it was described 1500 BC by the Rigveda. They wrote this, that to see the mother in the sunrise is Lakshmi, you know, that the grace of the mother coming into my life. So it will always come to do with sunrise. And it was called Hiranyavaranam Harinim Savarna Rajata Srajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jata Vedo Ma Avaha. This is the classic hymn from the Rigveda that says to the mother, "Oh, you who are like the golden hued doe in sunrise, shimmering like a necklace of gold, the one who appears like the luster of the moon, that Maha Lakshmi, please, this fire that I've lit, take me to her, you know, let this fire represent that for me." So here they're talking about a real fire, but you are lighting an inner fire, the diya in your heart, and that brings Lakshmi to you, the inner light, you know. This is the whole teaching. So we saw that Lakshmi is both Shrim and Klim. As Klim, she is Kameshwari, which means she is the lover of Krishna or Kama, or the god of Kameshwar, Shiva as the lover. It is the beautiful lover in you to attract the loving energy to you. Kameshwari, Klim. As Shrim, she is the divine mother of the Sukshma, the Shri Vidya, the light coming into me. So she's both Shrim and Klim. That's why, and that is also then Shri Vidya and Kali Kula. So you're dealing with both Kali and Lakshmi at the heart. They are the same. Their Kali and Lakshmi are exactly the same, right? So does that make sense? Yes? They are not different. You see them as different because they act differently in the world. You act differently when one of them come in, but they are the same, you know. And the balance, why is the heart chakra so important, is the Sri Devi balance of the Anahata, of the Hridaya, which is that Ida and Pingala have to balance, heaven and earth have to balance, and it balances at your heart center. So we want to live at the heart center because that is where I am at my best human condition. You know, I'm not an animal in the lower level, and I'm not a super conscious yogi at the God at the upper level. I am perfectly in the middle, living fully in the world. That is why in the Vedic tradition, Krishna, Vedanta, is the supreme being of the heart. Krishna is the heart. Hanuman is the heart. It is to do with living fully in service of the divine, the heart, this idea, this is what it means. So when we think about the Ridhaya, it is called the Ridhaya or the Anandakanda. So if you haven't heard these terms before, it is called Ridhaya or Anandakanda, right? I'll explain that. So what does it mean? Ridhaya means the center of giving and receiving. That means the ultimate exchange portal. Everything prasida, prasida. I give and therefore I get. If I give with no thought to myself, the universe will give me everything I want. If I give with reservation, with ego, I get limited what I get back. It's like a simple, perfect to and fro gateway, right? That's why it's called the Ridhaya. And it's also called the Anandakanda, which means the root. Kanda means root, Ananda is bliss. The root center of bliss, where all the nari clusters come and 72,000 naris go out from the heart chakra. That means it is the most cluster-filled nari center in the body, the heart, right? Everything happens from the heart. And this is from 1000 BC. As great as the infinite space beyond is the space within the lotus of the heart. Both heaven and earth are contained in that inner space. Fire and air, sun and moon, lightning and stars. Whether we know it in this world or we know it not, everything is contained in that Ridhaya, that one space. Isn't that beautiful? Such a beautiful way of describing it. As great as the infinite space beyond is the space within the lotus of the heart. Man, there is no other place to go. This is the ancient rishis saw this in every culture thousands of years ago. They knew it. This was the place. The secret of your entire immortal existence happens there. Not in your head and not in your body. There, in the middle. Right there. Right? So we saw that by touching the hands on the heart, we get that feeling. The lotus opens and the white pearl. Oh, Tara, I saw you dancing on the white pearl at Auroville. I'll never forget it. This is the white pearl of Auroville. This is a real pearl in Auroville. We saw it. It's just the most amazing place. If you ever get a chance and you get to travel to India, go to Pondicherry, go to Auroville, the city in the south, and there's the center, Matri Mandir, where you can see this pearl. It is the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in your life, And it's inside your heart. There it is, right there, always. So, when we think of the heart center, the Ridhaya, it is a 12-petal lotus, which each one has 6,000 nadis coming out of it, each one. So that gives you 72,000 nadis coming out of your heart center. Can you imagine? 72,000 points of bliss. How much more bliss do you want? Okay, so let's forget the 72,000. Let's focus on the 12. And if we can't focus on the 12, let's just focus on the 1 and we get the bliss, right? That's all we want, is the bliss right there, right? And this is the beauty of this. And so we saw in the garland of letters that these sounds relate to your heart chakra. So imagine that the bottom two are you looking forward, okay? So this is, Kam is on your right side front by the nipple, and Thumb is on your left side inside the nipple, right? Kam and Thumb. So if you go round clockwise, it's going Kam, Kham, Gam, Gham, Nam, Cham, Cham, Jam, Jam, Nyam, Tam, Tham, all the way around, right? All the way around. So, but I'm going to let you into a secret today, which I'm experimenting with, that this is exactly, that those sounds are exactly in your heart. You can feel it in your heart, right? So if you want to experience the whole feeling of the heart, but I'll let you into even a deeper secret. Each one is a goddess, right? That means there are 12 goddesses sitting with Maha Lakshmi for you in your heart. 12 goddesses right there, right? So last few months, I've been studying deeply and I'm studying the Nadis also. And I'm going to South India in a few months to study the Nadi Shastras of Kochipuram. I'm going to go down there. And this whole idea is that the 12 petals represent different attributes that I can have in my life, right? So if I look on the first petal, Kam, it is Kalaratri, which is one of the forms of Kali that comes in Durga Puja and vanquishes, right? She rides a donkey and she removes ignorance and she increases concentration. So if I meditate on the first Kam, I'm invoking the ability to meditate and concentrate intensely. If I move slightly to the right, Khandita is the goddess that invokes uniqueness. I am unique. I am it. This is me. I am the only one like me. There is no other one. And by the way, each one of them is considered to be a part of Sati. Remember, we talked about Sati and the whole idea being that Sati is 51, two parts fell all over India. This is the heart ones are these ones, right? So if you relate the heart chakra to your body and you create these energies, they relate to different parts of your body also, and I'll teach you that just now. And they also relate to your heart. So you can not only touch your heart by going come like that, or you can touch different parts of your body and you will get the same power, right? It's like a very old ancient technique of doing it. So just imagine Maha Lakshmi sitting in the middle, like driving the car with you, sitting in you, looking out through your eyes, sensing through your life. And then you have all these energies around you of the 12 petals. We don't need to do it by name, but this is just to help you understand. So if I do Kalaratri and I want to increase my concentration, that is my right upper arm, this right part here, right? Kalaratri, come. If I go to the uniqueness of myself, to see myself as an individual, beautiful being, Khandita is the goddess. I am the right lower arm of Sati. If I go to Gayatri, who is the first dawn, the rising of the sun in the dawn, that gives me clarity of my mind, lights the inner diyas of my light, of my being, then she is the right wrist. So I can touch the wrist and gum. Ghanta Karshini is, Ghanta means bell. She rings the bell to wake up your smartness, your intelligence. So this increases your intelligence, is your right palm. Palm, gham. Nigam, it's gyam, like a gyam. Nigarna is expansion. That means that I expand into full being, right? And that's my right fingers. So when I meditate on my fingers, I'm expanding. Chamunda is concentration. Just by meditating on that one on the right side at the right of my spine, right, is concentration. Left upper arm, this side. Chayarta is cleansing. Let me cleanse my life of all this rubbish. Is the left low spine side, is left lower arm. And then Jaya, I want to be victorious. I want to be Durga. I want to win. I want to do well in my life, is the left wrist, right? And that is victory. And that is on your left, just behind the middle part of your body. Then Jhankarini is devotion. That means I want to have experienced bliss and tremendous inner bliss. Left palm, right? Jhankarini. Then Jnana Rupa, the JN is Jnana, is wisdom, which is the left fingers, which is the left side of my body, right there. Jnana Rupa. And then Tankashta is to be the reckless part of me that wants to go crazy and have fun and wild and crude, is the right thigh. And then the refined, sophisticated, calm side of me is the right knee, which is Tankarini, right? So if you actually, I have a map of every petal and every goddess and everybody, and I also have pictures of all the bodies. So anybody who wants to really study this, I can share it with you. You know, you have to be insane to study it all, but it's a good thing to do, right? But more importantly is that let's put the Maha Lakshmi mantra into that, right? So if I now do it this way, so I'm going to stop it here. Just have a look at this picture. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlale Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om, and then center Maha Lakshmi Namaha, right? So let's try and meditate on this now. So I'm going to now help you wake up the 12 petals and open the back fully, right? So let's try and do that, shall we? Everybody had a good break? Time for some more meditation. All right. So some of you who have done mentorship with me have already learned this, but it's a beautiful technique to help you not only connect your 12 petals to the whole world, and you can always go back to those slides and see what powers you get, but just by simply thinking about the 12 petals of your heart, you can begin to balance your whole life, right? So the surest way is to just sit in the middle of your heart chakra, thinking of the 12 things connecting to everything and just chanting Shreem. Shreem, Shreem, or Kleem. Kleem, Kleem, Kleem. So Kleem is, so if you imagine the way they describe it in the tantras is that upward petal and lower petals, two lotuses, one facing up, one facing down, right? It's like a mirror. The one facing down is Kleem and the one facing up is Shreem. So one is the lotus coming out of the water and into the sunlight, and the other is the root going down into the mud and dealing with your underbelly and your dark side, you know? So it's like two lotuses like this, right? So if you imagine your lotus opens, but the lower one also opens. So that is Kleem, and that is your body, your desires, your stomach, your food, your sexuality, all the Dash Mahavidyas are there. And you open upwards and the Sri Vidya Dash Mahavidyas are there. All the beautiful Matangi singing songs and Maha Lakshmi and all are there, right? Tripura Sundari. And up top is Tara and down bottom is Bhairavi, right? Bhairavi is the bottom form of it. Bhairavi is Kundalini. And up top is Tara above. Tara takes you to the other side. Boom, shoots you. But forget that for now. So you have two petals going down and up like that. So just imagine when we chant Om Shreem Reem Shreem Kamle Kamlale Prasida Prasida Shreem Reem Shreem Om Maha Lakshmi Namaha. Let's break it up into 12 parts, right? It's actually 12 parts and then Maha Lakshmi Namaha. So Om to Om is 12 sounds, 12 bead sounds. Om Shreem Hreem Shreem Kamle Kamlale Prasida Prasida Shreem Reem Shreem Om Maha Lakshmi Namaha in the middle, right? So if I start from the right side here, pointing that direction, I say Om Shreem Hreem Shreem Kamle Kamlale on all on the right side, and then I go Prasida Prasida on the left side, Shreem Hreem Shreem Om, and then I'm pointing the other way. Two Oms are met. I come into the middle, Maha Lakshmi Namaha. You see the lotus? Make sense? Isn't it a beautiful lotus? So, first of all, put your hand on your heart and bring your mind to that center again. Feel the throbbing pushing against your heart center, against your hands. Close your eyes and feel your heart center fully coming alive. Just, did you notice that just by thinking about it, it starts to tingle? The more you do this work, the more it tingles on demand. It just, the moment you think about it, it starts tingling. It's like a bizarre, beautiful, living organism that's there with you all the time. You know she's there all the time. You just forget her sometimes, that's all. She's there all the time, sitting there, waiting to look out with you at everything, waiting to be the observer. So now rub your hands really hard. Come on, rub them, rub them, rub them. Feel the energy orb between your hands. Feel the energy orb. Hold it steady, and now bring it into your heart center. And imagine you're activating all 12 of the petals. All 12 goddesses are coming alive now for you. If you're feeling stronger on the right, then breathe out gently and move it to the left also like this. Or if it's stronger on the left, move it to the right. Ready? Rub your hands again. Bring it to your heart. Whichever side feels slightly off balance, breathe out slowly and move it to that side. And imagine all the 12 petals are being equally loved and given energy on both sides, 6 on either side. Again, let's do it again. Bring it into your chest. Now, I want you to chant. We're going to sit in the middle. Oops. And we're going to chant Shreem 108 times lovingly. So put yourself in the middle as if all 12 petals are being activated by just the sound Shreem, all right? Just sit and relax. I'll count. You just do it with me. Chant to yourself. And Japa, this kind of chanting, is called Japa. Japa means to mumble. It doesn't mean shreem, shreem, shreem. No, it doesn't mean quiet either. It means slightly audible. Shreem, shreem, shreem. You want to say it japa. It's a mumbling of the sound so that you feel the rasa, the juice. All right. So you want to feel the juice in the middle of the heart. So close your eyes and put your mind there where you're just tingling. And you can rub your hands again and do it again just to bring yourself to the tingle. Feel the tingle. And now put your mind in the middle as if Maha Lakshmi is sitting in the middle looking out with you. Ready? And we'll do Shreem 108 times. I'll chant it. You just feel it and chant it inside your head. Shreem, 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 Shreem. Imagine she's looking out. Shreem, 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 Shreema, Shreem, Shreema, Shreem, Kamma, Shreem, Shreem, open for me, Shreem, Shreem, Shreema, Shreem, Shreema, Shreem, Shreema, Shreem, 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 Shreem. Right side first. 6 on your right side, 6 on your left, 1 in the middle. Om Shreem Hreem Shreem Kamle kamlale prasida prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Maha Lakshmi Namaha. In the middle. Again. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlale Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om. In the middle. Maha Lakshmi Namaha. Right side. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlale. Left side. Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Maha Lakshmi Namaha. Did you feel her? Come on, we'll do it 3 more times. Ready? Imagine the 12 petals sending out 6,000 fibers out into the world, into every cell in your body, into everybody around you, into me and you, sending it through the camera, sending it through your computer, sending it through the world. Just send it out. And you're in the middle with Mahalakshmi. Ready? Pointed out from the right side. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamlalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamlalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Imagine she's sitting in the middle, looking out through your eyes, feeling through your hands, tasting through your mouth, smelling through your nose, listening through your ears, and she is helping you drive this life completely properly for you. She is your observer in you, taking you forward. Ready? Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamle Kamlalaye Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Shri. Put your mind in your heart center. Shri, golden light everywhere. Shri. And feel the love wrapping your heart. Feel the bliss. Stay in that feeling. Every time your mind wanders, come back to the heart center and feel the tingle. If you want, you can rub your hand and keep bringing it back to the heart center. Stay there for as long as you can, in that vast nothingness of golden light, surrounded by the womb of the mother. only bliss inside you. Keep coming back and asking her to pour into you. Shri, Shri, Shri. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. She's there all the time waiting for you. Pure divine bliss waiting all the time for you. We forget her. We got to come back over and over and over again to her. Her name is Shanta. She is the Devi Shanta. Maha Lakshmi at the heart is Shanta. Shanta means the goddess of peace, tranquility, and bliss. Pure bliss. She's always there. We get lost in the world, in the Mahamaya, and play games, but she's there, sitting there, waiting for us all the time. Sing with me. Anandamai Chaitanyamai Satyamai Padme Anandamai Chaitanyamai Satyamai Padme Anandamai Chaitanyamai Satyamai Padme. This is the same energy as Guan Yin. This is the same energy. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. There's nothing to do but just be here, sitting in the center with her. Nothing to do. Everything is, as it should be. It's perfect. Clench your bum, Rub your hands together. Rub your eyes, rub your face, rub your hands. Bring your energy back into your being. Bring the grace of the mother into every cell of your body. Feel the prana and Shakti flowing in you. And know you're fully alive, more alive than you were when we started 2 hours ago. 2 hours, man.